next guest is a 13-year-old company that helps Fortune 500 companies make their digital dreams come true. They have a footprint of about 8,500 professionals operating in over 25 countries. And now they're here in Manila. Joining us this morning, Manan Mehta, country head of Collabera Digital. Hi, thank you so much for joining us, Manan.
Hi, Mimi. Good morning.
Good.
Happy Women's Month to you.
All right. Thank you so much. So Collabera Digital. I know it was formerly Collabera Technologies for those who monitor your company. I know you co-engineer, you co-innovate, and you co-own. Manan, give us the 60-second elevator pitch for what Collabera Digital is all about, and maybe share some groundbreaking work you've done for your big clients.
Sure, Mimi. Thanks. So essentially what we do, Mimi, is we help organizations, our clients, go through their digital evolution, their digital transformation journeys. We work with large corporations. These may be local companies. These may be regional companies. These may be global companies, Fortune 500s, who have presence in the Philippines, who have their offshore delivery center in the Philippines. What we do for them is help them on the front of developing state-of-the-art digital applications, softwares, platforms. We help them in their cloud transformation journey. We help them design and deliver IT architecture and operations, which essentially helps them deliver a better customer experience for their end users and for their internal employees. And we also work with our customers on their data engineering, data science, and cybersecurity initiatives. So this is a nutshell of what we do for our customers and the kind of clients that we deal with. We've been in Philippines for 13 years now, like you rightly said. The company was originally called Collabera Technologies. We've gone through a rebranding recently. We call ourselves, very proudly, we call ourselves Collabera Digital now. And it's all about digital engineering excellence that we deliver for our customers. I hope that was a good enough elevator pitch.
Manan, so what is on top of the digital transformation agenda these days?
Mimi, different organizations are at a different stage of their transformation journey. We work with a wide spectrum of customers across retail, banking, financial services, to name a few. We've got a segment of clients who are traditional organizations. They may be a part of a large conglomerate. They may be operating for many years now with a traditional or a legacy technology stack. They may be more reliant on physical presence and physical interaction with customers. That is one segment of the customers whom we deal with and we cater to. There is another segment, which is the newbies, the as we call them, the new kids on the block, who are digital natives, who are tech startups, who are born digital, who are cloud first, right? So we work with customers across both these segments. And what we help the traditional organizations do is to become more digital in their presence and the way they deliver their products and services to their customers. The ones who are born digital, who are digital natives, as we call them, we help them embark on their products, their platforms, their journeys, building the right systems, building the right platforms, and enhancing those platforms for them to integrate more features and services, because then they eventually end up becoming ecosystems. So that is what we do with customers across both these segments, which is a wide array of customers who are at a different level of maturity in their digital journey. In the last 3 years, Mimi, the two of the most spoken words in the world first would have been, can you hear me or can you see my screen? And the second would have been digital transformation, right? It is a word highly used, but then we are at the forefront of delivering the digital transformation that a lot of companies aspire to do for themselves and their customers. And we are very humbled and proud to be at the forefront of doing that for our clients.
Manan, I'm very curious. I wonder if, like other pandemic darlings, you may be seeing a reversion back to the mean, normalization, post-pandemic, in terms of what companies are spending on these digital products and services that you offer. I mean, just think about it. During the last 3 years of lockdown, we were all talking to our screens, And now people would prefer to go out to do face-to-face events and to do their shopping live in person. Are you also seeing this sort of normalization in the way companies spend on the digital transformation aspect?
Yes, Mimi. So at the beginning of the pandemic, if you take out the first few months, which was a lot of panic and a lot of uncertainty, where organizations did not know how the world is going to pan out. If you take those first 3-4 months out, right from the third quarter of 2020, almost every segment, almost every sector started investing heavily on digital transformation. They all wanted to be on the mobile, this device that we all have in our pockets. They all wanted to serve their customers. They all wanted to interact digitally and serve the customers and deliver their services and products through the digital platform. Yes, there has been a kind of a revisit on the strategy as the world started opening up. The same groceries and same products that we would have ordered on our phone through an e-commerce app. Today, you and I may be going to the supermarket or the grocery once in a while, but we would still continue to buy some of the stuff online. So I think it is more of personalizing and understanding and listening to the customer. That is where the data, the customer data, and the sentiments of the customer, understanding that becomes very important. That is precisely what we help our clients to do, whether it is a financial services company, whether it is a retail giant, whether it is a consumer goods company, whether it is a manufacturing company, logistics, utilities, all of them. We help them understand what the customer sentiments, expectations, and experiences, the desired experiences are. We help them design their systems and their processes in accordance with what the customer expectations are.
Manan,
so to answer that, the budgets that they allocate for the transformation, we don't see a cut in that. Your earlier segment was talking about, yesterday you were talking about inflationary pressures, and earlier with Jonathan, you were talking about the markets. But on the technology side, we still see a lot of trust and investments on transformation and delivering a better customer experience.
Manan, you do operate in 25 countries, at least 25 countries, including Manila. So you have a pretty good gauge on where, companies from every country are in terms of their journey in digital transformation. How would you gauge Philippine companies? Would you say most of our companies are ahead, just in line, or behind the digital transformation journey when compared to peers in Asia? Where are we?
Very, very interesting question, Mimi. I'll just make a small correction. We are operating across 14 countries globally.
14. All right.
We have 25 offices in Europe and APAC. Your question on Philippine companies, right? It's a very interesting transformation and I would say a change that we have seen in the last 3 years. The way companies, and I'm talking about large conglomerates which have business interests in different industries, and these are those large conglomerates whom you can count at the tip of your fingers. They also have started investing. Some of them actually have their own corporate venture capital firms with which they are incubating and investing into new digital tech businesses, right from fintech, insurtech, grocery tech, e-commerce, you name them, and they are entering those fields. So what I would call it is, it's a phygital world that we are living in.
Phygital.
So why phygital? Yes, phygitals, physical and digital, a combination of both. So while they will continue to drive growth and they will continue to service their customers through the traditional means and the traditional channels, brick and mortar and physical, channels, they also see a lot of, opportunities and growth aspects opening up on the digital front. So that is where I was talking about the investments happening. Not only the local conglomerates investing in these tech startups, we see local venture capital firms, cropping up. A lot of global private equity powerhouses, they already have substantial business interests in the Philippines. Some of the largest fintech platforms, some of the big private equity logos you would see out there as the investors. All the more, new private equity firms are entering the market. I must also tell you that in the region, in the ASEAN region, Philippines is somehow behind on the tech startup scene. If you compare Philippines with Singapore and Indonesian markets, which are quite ahead from a tech startup perspective. So that is what I'm seeing, and I think it's the next 4 to 5 years is our time to shine and grow on the tech startup front also, Mimi.
All right. Converge 2023 is happening next week. What is the key message? Just one key message, if you could share with us, that you hope everyone walks away with from this event.
So, Mimi, Converge is first of its kind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it is the first of its kind tech summit. It's a Collabera Digital hosted CIO summit, as we call it. It's going to be a coming together of the technology leaders, chief information officers, chief technology officers, chief information security officers, CEOs, not only technology executives, but also some of the regulatory authorities. We've got people and senior executives coming from DICT, BIR, Energy Regulatory Commission. We've got academe coming, some of the leading universities and colleges. What we are trying to do over here, Mimi, is we are trying to bring the best of technology brains and business executives into this conference to discuss how technology can be better leveraged to advance the digital economy of the Philippines and the region. We also have some guest speakers coming in from countries like Australia, Malaysia, Singapore. And it's going to be a very productive and a very interesting interaction, networking between these individuals who are going to probably lay the roadmap of our country's transformation for the next few years. So it's a very exciting event, which we have curated with a lot of work, and looking forward to a very, very productive event next week, March 16th.
Manan, thank you so much for joining us. Looking forward to the exciting conversations happening next week. Have a great weekend.
See you then, Mimi. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
See you soon.